right. Share my screen. Share screen. Okay. Cool. Let's do I want to do a specific crop tab. How do you turn this shit off? Okay. I think are we live? I think we're live. Okay. LeetCode. Sure. So it looks like I'm just sharing LeetCode. I think I want to share the entire screen actually. Yeah, let's do that. Share the entire screen. So I'm going to share this one. Okay. So this is me training for the Roblox OA. I got the OA invite around like a week ago, and they gave me 2 weeks to do it. So I have one more week left, and this is just some LeetCode prep. I feel like this is a bad idea to do it like the late into the day because I don't know, like I'm just tired at this point, but yeah, we'll see how it goes. We'll do some fun questions. Okay. Yeah, let's do a fun one. Let's start with mediums. Threesome. I already did threesome. Okay. I feel like an interval question would be pretty fun. Let's see. Yeah, close all the YouTube. Okay. Insert interval. Insert interval. Okay. Let's reset this thing. All right. You are given an array of non-overlapping intervals where intervals I is equal to a list with two indices start and end. And they represent the start and end of the ith interval. And intervals sorted given start I. You're also given an unit interval that represents the start and end of another interval. Okay. Insert such that intervals is still sorted in ascending order. So we need to insert this new interval into our current intervals. Return intervals after the insertion. Note that you do not need to modify intervals in place. You can make a new array and return it. So looking at this example, we can see that our intervals are 1 through 3, then 6 through 9. And we want to insert 2 through 5. Now we can see that 2 through 5 overlaps with 1 through 3. So in that case, we want to merge that. So it looks like once we come into a case where our start, so we traverse left to right, and once our start, like the start of our new interval is, once the start of our new interval is less than the end of one of the intervals that we're looking at in the array, at that point we would have to merge it. So yep. So I think one thing that we know we have to do is just traverse from left to right of our current intervals. So we can do for start. Can you do that? Can you parse it like that? I don't know. It's been a while. In intervals. I don't know if, like, does it have to be a tuple in order to parse it like this? Fuck, I don't know. Okay. And then, okay, so let's say that we can traverse it like that. So if we have a case where if our start in new interval is less or is less than current end. So we want to merge that here. So that's one case where we have to merge. Another case, I feel like there's one more case where we have to merge, and that's if our end. So if we're going through, our start is so in order for that to be true, because we can have a start where it's like our new interval could be 3 to 4, and the current interval that we're comparing it to could be like 5 to 6, and then this edge case doesn't necessarily work because 3 to 4 doesn't necessarily overlap with 5 to 6. So we also have to make sure that 6, like the end interval of our new interval is would have to be fuck. Let's see. Ooh, okay. I'm like doing this at 1 a.m. is insane. Okay. Like I have to draw this out definitely. So we do 3 to 4, 5 to 6. What is true about this? So let's do an instance where it overlaps. So we do 3 to 5, 3 to 5, then 4 to 6. So imagine these are a set of intervals. So do they overlap if? They definitely overlap if they're the same number. Okay. Then, so I feel like a better way to represent that is that. Then, so if the start is less than or equal to the current end, and I see. And then see, I just have to visualize this shit out, or else I won't be able to see it. And then also, like, if we're inserting that 3 to 5, we're gonna need to make sure that the end right there. So the end of this interval, so 5, is greater than the start. There we go. Got it. So if we just do like and end of new interval is greater than or equal to start of current. I think current start. Can I parse it like that? Ooh, I don't know. And then what do we want to do if like, oh, I just realized we might have to merge multiple times because the new interval that we create might merge into other intervals, right? Okay, well, we established like the case where we do have to merge, right? I think what we need to do now is find a way to keep track of the current interval that we're looking at, then modify it. And then make sure to compare that current interval to every other interval in the array. So, oh fuck, okay. So let's see if this works. I think this has to be tuple. Actually, I think what we'll do instead is Oh shit, okay. I think all we gotta do is let's see. So we have a new interval. Then the way we merge it. I see. So I think when we do merge it, oh, I see. Okay. So what's gonna happen is like once we find a merge, like once we hit another interval where the new interval is gonna merge into it, the new interval becomes that merged interval. So yeah. So we just do like this, then take the minimum of. Ooh, this is some indexing magic right here. How do you do? Okay. We take the minimum of the intervals I 0. So we want to take that first index, or the start. Like we want the most minimum start possible. And then, so we compare that against new interval. Oh, this is a mess. Okay, 0. So we compare the current start to we can compare the new interval start to the interval that we're comparing it to in the array. And we want to take the smallest one because we want to merge them together. So that's for the first index. And then now do the same thing, but we're taking the max. So we just copy and paste that. Then yep, that's how we're gonna do it. So now all we need to do is create the if statement logic. So if, yeah, definitely I should like keep track of. It's gonna be so difficult to understand this. I feel like I'm already so tired and having trouble read this already. Anyway, so if the start in our new interval, so start in the new interval is less than or equal to the current end that we have, so that would be this one, and then so that has to be true, and the end of the new one, so this is greater than or equal to the current start, so where we're at in the array. If that start is less than or equal to the end of the new interval, so if this is true, then we have to run that, and then we merge it, else we don't do anything else. Now, what we need to do now is like merge this, like create a new array. So I think what we'll do is what do we have to do? Yeah, so we gotta let's just call this new list called merged, and then I think yeah, what's tricky is like once we're done creating this interval, I need to make sure that like we add it back in. Like we're trying to create a new interval. Yeah. So I think like if we don't merge it, we just add it into like if we don't have to do a merge at all, then we just put it into our returned array. Um, so merge, else we just do you do that? Yeah, you do that. Okay. Else merged dot. How do you add something to an array? Dot append. Dot append. Intervals I. Now, like the problem is now, it's like when do we add in this new interval, right? It's been around 20 minutes. Damn, 20 minutes just for this. Crazy. I'm so rusty. Okay. Okay. So the issue that we're facing is that we don't have a way of adding this in. Create that. Wait, am I even on the screen? I don't even know. What does this view look like? Like if I have... Am I in the screen? Can't tell. God. Let's just see what happens. Yeah. 639. Yeah, see, like the issue is that it's not updating, it's not adding in the new interval. So what if fuck it, let's just watch Code because I feel like I remember this problem from like a year ago. And there's like one special way that you solve it. What is insert? Okay. Let's watch the code. Ooh. Damn, that's different. Okay, so I see. Yeah, I knew it. It was like it's added in later on, like outside of the for loop. Where's that append new interval? Wait, why is new interval after though? Like how I'm thinking that like when you append it at the end, like mm, what is this right here? What is this? I haven't looked at Python in so long. This doesn't make any sense to me. So what we're doing here, so we append like so if the end of the new interval is less than start, then we want to add in okay, so we add in the new interval. What is this though? Okay, so this is our result array. And then we want to append like plus, like you could do that with arrays. The fuck? Plus, so res plus intervals. Oh wait. So it's like we're just adding in just adding in the it's less. If it's less, then start. Hmm. Oh, okay. So this is like how we're like if the new interval happens to be like right in the middle, right? It's inconvenient as fuck. Like to like if the new interval fits right in the middle of the array list, like we just insert it right there because we know like the next one isn't going to overlap. So this is saying this if statement is saying like we know for sure that it's not going to overlap. So we just append the rest and then we just return it. Okay. Okay now. All right now. That makes sense. So I think if we take this logic, is that correct? Yeah, that logic. We take this logic right here, and then if so, we have an if here. So if that happens, returned merged plus equals merged plus intervals I onwards. Why is my mouse? Honestly, my mouse isn't Why is it highlighted like that? What? I don't know why. Damn. Nice. Okay. So, in that case, okay, so what was his code right here? Damn. So what does this mean? Like, Elif. So it looks like this has to be an Elif, and then get rid of this case. I think that's correct. We're just okay. Then we move this. Yeah, this is really bad practice, but I feel like as long as you understand it, that's all that matters. Because interval questions are pretty much the same. Like you're given like the start and ends of the different intervals, and you have to like play around with it. But once you do get comfortable with, like, there's only so many ways to solve interval problems, right? Only a few ways to solve them. Wow, doing this at 1 a.m. Yeah, this is cooking me. Okay, so what this means is that we haven't reached a point where we have to merge yet. So, yeah. According to Unicode, you just have to do it like that. Oh, hold up. This one last thing. Ooh, tough. Term merged. Oh, what? Res. Oh, res out of pen. Oh, so we added in first. Nice. Yeah. honestly, this is a very sad leak code sesh. Uh, I can't think at this time. I feel like maybe later at night I'll do more like automatic activities that require less brain power. Um, but I feel like just getting the daily lead code in is always worth it. It's always a good return on investment. Like if you think about it, lead coding it's a high income skill, right? Like if you can pass interviews and get like tech jobs, pay you like 100K plus 100K a year straight out of college, sometimes like more than 140K a year. It's pretty worth it. So I think what's fun is like doing a hard problem. So where is it? Which one did I just do? Insert interval. Doing hard problems and then doing like a fun, easy one to like end it off with a win. You know, like I feel like things are fun when you're doing well at them. So it's like a little reward that you get because you know you can do it. You get that hit of dopamine when you can solve it. And I think like even doing the easy ones is good practice because you still have to explain like what you're doing when you're solving it. Um, yeah, I'll just do two some. I got this like honestly, it's still worth it to do the easy ones because sometimes you do get them in interviews and like you can just know it from the back of you know it by heart and you can explain it so well during the interview like because I got this for my Amazon interview and I was able to like I killed that interview because I just knew how to do twosome. Like the version of this question that I got was a little bit harder because it had like one edge case. I forget what it was, but um, yeah, I think the fact that I already knew twosome like off the bat, like it helped me spend more time on solving the edge case. That made it harder. So okay, it's been like half a year since I've lead coded for real, like seriously. So actually don't know this right now. Twosome. Turn the L in any order. Oh, what are we returning? Returning. Oh, that's easy. So wait, turn the indices. So all we do just map. So we just create a map of the indices. Some nums. Oh, I forget which. So I want to use enumerate. That's one of the cheat codes in leak code. Um, enumerate nums, but I forget which position the index is in, if it's in the first one or the second index. And enumerate nums. Return, so it would be like generate less. Obviously, ooh, don't remember. Target minus one. So we're going to index into that to get the index into our scene mapping in order to get the index of that number, and then it's too high. But first, let's see, enumerate Python, because I actually don't know, like, I just want to make sure I'm doing this right. Okay, so it looks like I have to put I and num, and then else. All we do is scene. Oh, I forgot how to do this. Wow. Okay, scene num is equal to I. And then, oh, it's gonna return for sure because we know there's a solution, right? Has to work. There we go. See, just flash that. How long has it been? I don't know. But see, like, doing an easy problem like this is just fun because you ended off with a win. I think another thing to get better at LeetCode is just like redo problems that you've done in the past, because you just reinforce it a lot more. And it's like, just because you solve the problem once doesn't mean like you could do it as easily the next time. So if you just keep doing like older problems, you just get better at LeetCode. Yeah. And like you could see right now, like the way I'm explaining code right now is so ass. But I know that like as I do more of these problems, the way that I can articulate like variables and for loops and the end goal of the code I'm trying to write, like it'll become a lot more clear. But right now it just like it's all over the place. Like I can solve it. Like I have an intuition in my head of how to solve it, but I don't really know how to explain it that well. So that's like definitely a skill, right? Clearly the skill of articulating code is not very good right now. Yeah. I think that's it. Yeah, I'll end off here. A little quick LeetCode session. Nothing too special. Yep. All right. I'll catch you guys. I'll later on do more of these at night. Just chill. Coding session, getting ready, trying to get a job, right? Trying to get a job.